Welcome to At Work. My name is Kathy O'Brien. I'm here at the Singapore headquarters of Tata Consultancy Services, or TCS. At $23 billion in global revenue, TCS is an incredible Indian success story. Like its parent group, the Tata Group, TCS is as well known for its altruism in the community as it is for its commercial success. I'm here to meet Girish Ramachandran, President of Asia Pacific for TCS, to learn more about the Digital Acceleration Centre. The DAC was recently launched to power Singapore's economic recovery from COVID-19 by building up a future-ready workforce with IT competencies. Girish, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Kathy, for having me.
You've stayed with Tata Group 26 years. What is it about Tata Group, or TCS specifically, that has made you stay?
Never been a dull moment in TCS all these 26 years. And I always tell the trainees whom I address all the time that it's about people move because they want different roles. And as long as you are able to get different roles in the same company and different experiences all the time, there is no need to move. So it is, and the Tata Group philosophy is also very imbibed in a lot of us. So it makes us stay and give back to the society.
So what is that philosophy?
So the group founder, when he founded the company 151 years back, he said that, he made a very interesting statement. He said that society is at the center of business. And businesses exist because you need to give back to the society. That is very telling part of the Tata Group. So in whichever community we are in whichever part of the world, we always put society at the center of everything and see what can we do for the society at large.
The DAC was inaugurated by Minister Iswaran. How will this initiative contribute to Singapore's economy?
So if you look at the smart nation philosophy of Singapore, one of the most important pillars of that is about how do you build talent and digital talent in the country. As Singapore races towards the next decade or next decades, it's imperative that digitization is going to be the center of everything. And as we are going through the crisis, what I see is also the post-COVID recovery will be completely dictated by what digitization can be achieved in each and every part of the business or of the society at large. Okay. So we decided that as part of what we need to give back to Singapore, we decided to create a digital acceleration center along with EDB. And the whole idea is, how do we train enough workforce in Singapore on digitization, and how do we help Singapore come through the post recovery of COVID? So DAC is conceptualized to help Singaporeans come through with this and see what kind of solutions can be crafted so that Singapore emerges stronger after COVID.
And let's hope that happens soon.
Yeah, absolutely. We are looking forward to that.
TCS has also launched Shine Seniors with Singapore Management University. What will this project aim to achieve?
The whole idea was that as the world ages, and to my surprise, I found that 3 of the large countries in ASEAN have got a fairly large, the world population, if you look at it, who are over 60 years of age, is around 9%. Whereas there are 3 countries in ASEAN, which is Singapore, Vietnam, as well as Thailand, who got aged population was beyond 20%. Okay, so we are going to be going to a society in the next few years where there will be a lot of aged people. And it is tough to notice that a lot of them are going to be living their silver years in the confinement of their homes. So we decided that, is there a way by which technology can help them through the silver years? And we crafted a very interesting solution along with Singapore Management University, which is using motion sensors at homes and creating a data analytics lab at the university. We are able to pick up patterns of how elderly live their day-to-day life. And then we created an ecosystem of partners along with it. So when I say ecosystem of partners, it could be doctors, nurses, caregivers, hospitals, all of that. Okay. So what it means is that, and we've even put a motion sensor in a medicine box. So we know that a particular person opens the medicine box at a particular time, then we know that at least he or she should be safe. But if we find an emerging pattern that a person continues to miss his or her afternoon or evening medicine all the time, then we are likely to know that this particular person is likely to fall sick. So instead of the person falling sick, we can actually send a person across before, and we can help them through this particular tough times. Okay. So this is essentially the concept that we have developed, and it's a Care Seniors program is developed in Singapore. We now have around 150 plus homes in Marine Terrace using this concept. And this is an IP which is registered here in Singapore, and we are now taking it to other countries which are getting aged, like Japan or Germany or Australia.
TCS is a manpower-intensive company. So how have you handled the COVID-19 situation?
It has been tough. It's been tough for everyone. But as we pivoted towards COVID, one of the things that we realized from an employee point of view was that we need to provide safe people to work safely in their own homes, wherever they are. And we have around 450,000 employees worldwide. Okay. So it's a fairly large number. Okay. It's a large number. Yeah. So what we decided was that as soon as COVID hit us, within a span of 10 days, we crafted a technology solution. We call it Secure Borderless Workspaces. It's called SBWS. Okay. And using SBWS as a concept, we were able to get people to work from the confinement of their homes and provide support to our customers wherever they are. And today, more than 96% of our employees around the world are operating from the safety of their homes and providing services to our customers. And surprisingly, we've not seen any reduction in productivity. In fact, we've seen an enhancement of productivity.
And you said you developed that in how many days?
In 10 days, we were able to pivot completely towards the SBWS model.
That really gives you the power of good software development, doesn't it?
It means that how do we use technology to the benefit of a particular situation. Okay. So what we saw is that when somebody needs to be in the confinement of our homes and be safe, I feel there are 3 or 4 things which needs to get done. The first thing is all of us need to get excellent connectivity. And the second one is we need to be, just like sitting together, we need to be, even using technology, we need to be able to collaborate with one another. Okay, so collaboration is the second C. So I call it the 4C model. Okay, so connectivity, collaboration. The third one is we need to have all our assets on the cloud so that wherever we are able to collaborate using the cloud as a mechanism. And the fourth one is very important from an employee point of view as well as a customer point of view. You need to have good cyber capabilities, cyber security capabilities, so that you know that your data is protected. So this is the 4C model which I always talk about. And we've been able to provide this particular capability not only for our employees, but also for our customers as well.
Girish, while we've had steady progress in controlling the pandemic, there's still no clear line of sight about when things will get better or what new normal will even look like. So how does TCS prepare for that future?
As soon as we came up with, as soon as pandemic hit us, other than the SBWS model, which I talked to you about, we came up with a very unique concept in our customer delivery model. We call it 25 by 25. Okay. We have put a position paper out there which says that we will only need 25% of our employees to be coming to office at any given point in time by 2025. Okay. So we have used the technology to see how we can pivot towards that particular model.
So do you think some recalibration will be done in the software development industry? For example, will remote working become the norm?
I believe that, and I think there is a sustainability element angle as well to that. I believe that probably one of the things that we have learned during this pandemic is the whole concept about how can we still provide services to our customers, or how could all of us be sitting in Bali and still provide services to our customers, right? And if you look at one of the biggest problems the world has had today is the whole concept about urbanization. Everybody seems to be flocking towards cities. Okay, out of the 7 billion people that are there today, we have almost 4 billion people living in cities. And if the same trend had continued, what probably this pandemic has done is that it has given us a new way of working. We could still work in our villages and still provide the same amount of service. So I think that probably we have found a way to reduce urbanization as a concept and bring down the social and bring down the carbon footprint of cities.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Girish, thank you very much for joining us here on At Work. It's been a real pleasure to talk with you.
Thank you, Kathy.
I've been talking with Girish Ramachandran, President Asia Pacific of Tata Consultancy Services. Thank you for joining us.